Box joints are strong, beautiful, and perfect for precision woodworking, and they're really easy to do. In this video, I'll show you my process for cutting accurate box joints every time.
Hi, I'm Sean, and I've been woodworking for over 20 years, and I'm also a mechanical engineer. These are a series of short videos focusing on one subject and showing techniques that I've refined over many years. I'd love to also hear your techniques and your methods, so please share them in the comments below. I'm going to be using my sled to do this, but you could do the same thing with a miter gauge. You can do the same thing with a router table if you've got some tracks that you can mount the sled into. I'm going to be using some scrap maple to demonstrate this joint. The first thing I'm going to do is line up the corner, and I'm going to put a 1 here. I need to make sure that the top of my dado blade is exactly the same height as the thickness of my material.
To set the width of my joints, I try to aim for the last tooth of the joint to be no less than 50% wide. As an example, my board is 107 millimeters wide. Divided by 14 millimeters, which is my dado stack, gives me 7.6, and that's 60%, which is more than 50%.
Even though I'm using my sled to do this, and there's a pretty good backer here, I'm still going to use a fresh board. The reason is that I've found that as this dado stack comes through, or a router bit, or anything comes through the piece that you're cutting, it'll tear out the back pretty good. And that shows up in the final joint. It doesn't look very good. After I set the height of my joint, I'm also going to make a test cut through the backer board. I've already cut some material, and I've cut it so that it's slightly more than the thickness of my joint. Now I need to trim this piece down to the correct width. And to sneak up on that, I'm going to use my thickness planer. You could also use a hand plane. I've done that. That works well too. And that's a pretty good fit. It takes a little bit of pressure to get it in there, but not too much, and it stays.
After matching the height of my dado stack, I cut this into 2 pieces.
And now I can go ahead and insert my pin. I'll use the other piece that I cut off from the larger stock, put it right up against the blade and right up against the pin. Make sure that it's tight, and then I can lock down this fence. Now I'm going to start by putting the mark that I made earlier up against the pin. Now I take the mark that we made earlier and I put that over the pin and facing towards the blade. I take my other side where I've made the mark and I put the mark up against the other mark.
Box joints are one of the simplest precision joints you can cut. Whether you're building boxes or drawers, box joints give you both beauty and strength. If you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe and check out the previous video in this series on milling rough sawn lumber, because without square stock, your joints won't fit. And let me know in the comments what's your favorite use for box joints. I'd love to hear how you use them in your projects.